The story of Gucci begins not in a boardroom, but in the hands of a craftsman. Guccio Gucci founded his eponymous house in Florence, Italy in 1921. His vision was born from an appreciation for the exquisite luggage he observed while working at London's Savoy Hotel. He saw that the affluent traveler desired more than mere function. They sought status, beauty, and a tangible connection to a life of elegance. This foundational insight established Gucci as a purveyor of fine leather goods, catering to a sophisticated international clientele. The brand quickly became synonymous with Italian craftsmanship, quality materials, and the equestrian-inspired motifs that would become its enduring symbols, like the iconic horse bit and the green-red-green web stripe. This was luxury built on tangible quality and a story of European heritage. For decades, Gucci flourished, expanding its product lines and its global footprint. It became a symbol of the Made in Italy promise, a mark of superior design and meticulous production. The brand's interlocking GG logo, introduced in the 1960s, became one of the most recognizable marks of luxury in the world. However, like many heritage brands, Gucci experienced periods of immense success, followed by significant challenges. Internal family disputes and a dilution of the brand's core identity in the 1980s threatened its exclusive positioning. The brand became over-licensed, its prestigious logo appearing on a wide array of lower-quality products, which tarnished the very exclusivity it was built upon. This period served as a critical lesson in the delicate balance required to manage a luxury brand's equity. The first major reinvention came in the 1990s under the creative direction of Tom Ford and the strategic leadership of CEO Domenico De Sole. This era was defined by a dramatic shift towards a bold, sensual, and provocative aesthetic. Ford's vision was sharp, modern, and unapologetically glamorous, breathing new life into the brand and attracting a new generation of consumers. His high-octane runway shows and daring advertising campaigns transformed Gucci from a legacy leather goods house into a full-fledged fashion powerhouse. This period solidified Gucci's place within the newly formed luxury conglomerate, now known as Kering, and set the stage for its future as a global industry leader, proving that even a storied brand could be radically reimagined. By the early 2010s, however, the brand's momentum began to wane. The aesthetic, once groundbreaking, started to feel predictable, and its connection with the emerging millennial and Gen Z consumer base was weakening. The luxury market was on the brink of another seismic shift, this time driven by digitalization, social media, and a new set of consumer values centered on self-expression, authenticity, and inclusivity. The stage was set for another transformation, one that would need to be even more profound and culturally resonant than the last. The Gucci of 2014 was a successful, profitable brand, but it was no longer leading the cultural conversation. It was time for a new chapter, a new vision that could capture the zeitgeist of the 21st century. The catalyst for Gucci's modern renaissance arrived in January 2015 with the unexpected appointment of Alessandro Michele as creative director. An insider who had been with the brand for over a decade, Michele was a departure from the high-profile star designers often sought for such roles. His vision was a radical break from the sleek, high-gloss aesthetic of his predecessors. Michele introduced a new language for Gucci, one that was eclectic, romantic, maximalist, and deeply personal. His designs were a rich tapestry of historical references, floral patterns, animal motifs, and gender-fluid silhouettes. This new creative direction was not just a change in clothing, it was a change in philosophy, championing individuality and the freedom to express one's unique identity. This creative overhaul was powerfully matched by a new business strategy under the leadership of CEO Marco Bizzarri. Bizzarri understood that Michele's vision could not succeed without a complete rewiring of the company's operations and culture. He championed a digital-first mindset, recognizing that the new luxury consumer lived, communicated, and shopped online. This meant transforming Gucci's e-commerce platform into a rich, immersive experience that mirrored the enchanting world Michele was building on the runway. The company invested heavily in its website, mobile app, and in-store technology, ensuring a seamless and engaging customer journey across all touchpoints. This was not about simply selling online. It was about using digital tools to build a community and tell a compelling brand story. The synergy between Bizzarri's strategic acumen and Michele's creative genius was the engine of Gucci's transformation. They fostered a corporate culture that encouraged risk-taking, speed, and collaboration. Decisions were made quickly, allowing the brand to react in real time to cultural trends and consumer feedback. This agility was a stark contrast to the traditionally slow-moving pace of European luxury houses. Michele was given the freedom to build a consistent and all-encompassing universe, from the store designs and packaging to the digital campaigns and runway shows. Every element was infused with his distinctive, quirky, and intellectual aesthetic, creating a powerful and instantly recognizable brand world that consumers were eager to be a part of. The result was a brand that felt alive, dynamic, and deeply connected to the cultural moment. Gucci was no longer just selling products. It was offering a point of view, a creative platform for self-discovery. By embracing a more inclusive and expressive definition of luxury, Gucci resonated powerfully with younger generations, particularly millennials and Gen Z. These consumers were not just buying a handbag or a pair of loafers, they were buying into an identity and a community that celebrated non-conformity and intellectual curiosity. The 2015 Renaissance was a masterclass in how to align creative vision with business strategy to reinvent a brand for a new era. Gucci's marketing strategy became a benchmark for the luxury industry, moving away from traditional top-down advertising towards a more participatory and emotional form of communication. The brand mastered the art of emotional branding, creating campaigns that evoked a sense of nostalgia, wonder, and intellectual curiosity. Instead of simply showcasing products, Gucci's marketing told stories. These narratives were often quirky, surreal, and filled with artistic and historical references, inviting consumers into a richer, more complex world. This approach transformed marketing from a sales tool into a form of cultural content, making the brand a topic of conversation rather than just a commercial entity. The goal was to make consumers feel something, to forge a deeper connection that transcended the physical product. A cornerstone of this new approach was the strategic and authentic use of influencer partnerships. Gucci looked beyond mainstream celebrities, collaborating with a diverse array of artists, musicians, and digital creators who embodied the brand's eclectic spirit. These were not simple product placement deals. They were genuine collaborations that gave creators the freedom to interpret the Gucci aesthetic in their own unique way. This strategy allowed Gucci to tap into niche communities and build credibility with younger audiences who are often skeptical of traditional advertising. By aligning with figures like Harry Styles and Billie Eilish, whose personal brands are built on authenticity and self-expression, Gucci reinforced its own message of individuality and creative freedom. Furthermore, Gucci redefined the concept of luxury collaborations, turning them into major cultural events. Projects like the Haka project with Balenciaga were not mere co-branding exercises. They were conceptual explorations of authenticity and branding in the digital age. Similarly, collaborations with brands like The North Face and artists like Gucci Ghost or Trevor Andrew brought an unexpected street-level energy to the historic house. These partnerships generated immense online buzz and introduced Gucci to new audiences, demonstrating a willingness to break down the traditional walls of the luxury world. They showed that Gucci was not afraid to be playful, to subvert expectations, and to engage in a dialogue with contemporary culture. Sustainability also became a key pillar of Gucci's communication strategy. Recognizing that modern luxury consumers, especially younger ones, care deeply about ethical and environmental issues, the brand launched initiatives like Gucci Equilibrium. This platform transparently communicates the company's efforts and goals regarding sustainability, from reducing its environmental footprint to promoting diversity and inclusion. By weaving sustainability into its brand narrative, Gucci was not just ticking a corporate responsibility box. It was aligning its brand values with the values of its target consumers, adding another layer of emotional connection and demonstrating that luxury could be both desirable and conscious. This storytelling made sustainability an integral part of the brand's modern identity. The success of Gucci's strategic reinvention was most vividly reflected in its extraordinary financial performance. From 2015 to 2019, the brand experienced a period of explosive growth that was virtually unprecedented in the modern luxury sector. Revenues more than doubled during this time, soaring from 3.9 billion euros in 2015 to an astonishing 9.6 billion euros in 2019. This hypergrowth was driven by a massive increase in brand heat and desirability, which translated directly into sales across all product categories, from leather goods to ready-to-wear and shoes. The brand's operating margin also saw a remarkable improvement, showcasing the profitability of its new model. Gucci became the primary growth engine and profit driver for its parent company, Kering, accounting for the majority of the group's revenue and profits. A key driver of this financial success was Gucci's strategic focus on key geographic regions, particularly Asia-Pacific and North America. The brand expertly tapped into the burgeoning demand for luxury goods among young, affluent consumers in China. These shoppers were highly digitally savvy and receptive to Michele's eclectic logo-driven aesthetic. Gucci invested heavily in localized digital marketing campaigns, utilized platforms like WeChat and Weibo, and cultivated relationships with local celebrities and influencers to build a powerful presence in the region. North America also proved to be a critical market, where the brand's message of inclusivity, self-expression, and cultural relevance resonated strongly with millennial and Gen Z consumers, driving significant sales growth. The brand also achieved a more balanced and resilient business model by diversifying its product categories. While leather goods remained the cornerstone of the business, accounting for a significant portion of sales, Gucci saw remarkable growth in other areas. Ready-to-wear, once a smaller category for many luxury brands, became a major statement for Gucci under Michele's direction, driving fashion trends and reinforcing the brand's creative vision. Footwear, particularly the iconic loafers and Ace sneakers, became a significant revenue contributor, acting as an accessible entry point for new consumers into the world of Gucci. This diversification made the brand less reliant on a single product category and created a more holistic and engaging brand ecosystem. This period of remarkable financial success solidified Gucci's position at the apex of the luxury industry. The brand demonstrated that a bold creative vision, when paired with a savvy, digitally focused business strategy, could yield spectacular results. The growth was a testament to the power of brand reinvention and the importance of aligning with the values of a new generation of consumers. However, such rapid growth also created new challenges, including the need to maintain brand exclusivity and manage the immense pressure to continue innovating at an accelerated pace. The financial narrative was one of stunning success, but it also set an incredibly high bar for the brand's future performance. Gucci's value chain is a meticulously managed system designed to create and preserve the brand's core tenets of quality, craftsmanship, and exclusivity. It all begins with the design and creative development process, which under Alessandro Michele became the epicenter of the brand's identity. Now, this stage is not merely about sketching clothes. It's really about building a narrative, curating a universe of ideas, and translating a rich tapestry of historical and cultural references into tangible products. This intense focus on a singular, powerful creative vision ensures that every product, whether it's a handbag or a silk scarf, is an authentic expression of the Gucci world. And this conceptual integrity is the first and most critical step in delivering value to the consumer. The next crucial link in the chain is raw material sourcing and manufacturing. Gucci places an immense emphasis on the quality of its materials, sourcing only the finest leathers, silks, and textiles, primarily from Italy. The brand's commitment to Made in Italy is not just a marketing slogan, it's a fundamental operational principle. Gucci operates a network of its own production facilities and works closely with a web of specialized Italian artisans and suppliers, many of whom have collaborated with the house for generations. This vertical integration and close supplier relationship allows for unparalleled control over quality, craftsmanship, and production techniques. It ensures that the final product lives up to the promise of luxury and, honestly, justifies its premium price point. Distribution and retail are managed with equal precision to maintain exclusivity and control the customer experience. Gucci primarily relies on a directly operated store network, which allows the brand to manage every aspect of the retail environment, from the store design and visual merchandising to the level of service provided by client advisors. This direct-to-consumer model is critical for communicating the brand story and building long-term relationships with clients. The store environment itself, designed to reflect Michele's eclectic vision, becomes a physical manifestation of the brand. Even the selective wholesale partnerships are carefully managed to ensure that the brand is presented in a manner consistent with its luxury positioning. The final and increasingly important stage of the value chain is the post-purchase experience and ongoing client engagement. Gucci uses digital tools and personalized communication to maintain a relationship with customers long after a sale is made. This includes exclusive content, invitations to events, and personalized after-sale service. By creating a sense of community and belonging, Gucci transforms a transactional relationship into an emotional one. This focus on the entire customer journey, from the initial spark of creative inspiration to the long-term client relationship, is what allows Gucci to build and sustain its value, ensuring that each step reinforces the brand's promise of exceptional quality and coveted exclusivity. Gucci's primary source of competitive advantage lies in its unique and powerful brand identity, which is both deeply rooted in heritage and, honestly, radically contemporary. While other luxury brands like Louis Vuitton or Chanel also possess strong legacies, Gucci managed to infuse its history with a vibrant modern-day cultural relevance that, well, few can match. Alessandro Michele's genius was in his ability to remix the brand's archives, the GG logo, the floral patterns, the equestrian motifs, into a new aesthetic that felt fresh, eclectic, and perfectly aligned with the zeitgeist of self-expression. This created a distinct Gucci-verse that is instantly recognizable and really difficult for competitors to replicate, as it is built on a specific creative vision rather than just a product or a logo. A second key pillar of its competitive advantage is its mastery of digital communication and community building. Gucci was an early and aggressive adopter of digital-first strategies within the luxury space, a sector that was, truthfully, historically slow to embrace new technologies. The brand uses social media not just for marketing, but for storytelling and engagement, creating immersive experiences like the Gucci Garden on Roblox or innovative campaigns like the #TFWGucci meme project. This digital fluency allows Gucci to speak directly to younger consumers in their native language and on their preferred platforms. This creates a powerful sense of community and cultural belonging that transforms customers into loyal brand advocates, a feat that competitors still struggle to achieve with the same level of authenticity. Furthermore, Gucci has built a competitive advantage through its operational agility and speed to market. Under the leadership of Marco Bizzarri, the company culture was re-engineered to be more nimble and responsive than a typical luxury behemoth. This allows Gucci to capitalize on emerging trends and cultural moments in near real time, keeping the brand constantly at the forefront of the conversation. While competitors might plan collections and campaign seasons in advance, Gucci demonstrated an ability to pivot and innovate quickly, launching surprise collaborations or reactive digital content that, honestly, captures the public's imagination. This agility prevents the brand from feeling stale and ensures it remains a dynamic and exciting force in the market. Finally, Gucci's advantage is reinforced by the powerful backing of its parent company, Kering. This relationship provides Gucci with significant financial resources for investment in marketing, retail expansion, and technological innovation. It also offers strategic support and operational synergies within a portfolio of other strong luxury brands. This backing allows Gucci to take calculated risks, such as the complete creative overhaul in 2015, that a smaller, independent brand might not be able to afford. The combination of a unique creative identity, digital supremacy, operational agility, and strong corporate support creates a formidable competitive moat that makes Gucci a standout leader in the global luxury market. Despite its monumental success, Gucci now faces a new set of significant challenges. One of the most pressing is the risk of brand fatigue. The maximalist eclectic aesthetic pioneered by Alessandro Michele, while revolutionary in 2015, has been at the forefront of fashion for many years. As with any strong trend, there is a danger that consumers may begin to seek something new, a shift towards a more minimalist or quiet luxury aesthetic. The very distinctiveness that drove Gucci's success could become a liability if the cultural mood changes. The brand must find a way to evolve its core aesthetic without abandoning the identity that made it so successful. A delicate balancing act for any creative house. The recent changes in leadership represent another major challenge. The departure of both CEO Marco Bizzarri in 2023 and creative director Alessandro Michele in late 2022 marked the end of the era that defined Gucci's renaissance. The new leadership team, including creative director Sabato De Sarno, is tasked with steering the brand into its next chapter. This transition inevitably brings a period of uncertainty. De Sarno's vision is markedly different from Michele's. more classic, sensual, and product-focused. The challenge will be to successfully introduce this new creative direction to a customer base that was drawn to the brand for its previous maximalist and quirky identity, all while attracting a new audience. Maintaining the balance between exclusivity and accessibility is a perpetual challenge for a brand of Gucci's scale. Its immense popularity and widespread visibility, particularly among younger consumers, risk diluting the sense of exclusivity that is fundamental to luxury. The ubiquity of the GG logo and signature designs on social media can lead to overexposure, potentially diminishing their desirability over the long term. Gucci must carefully manage its product distribution, pricing strategy, and brand communications to ensure it remains an aspirational brand, not just a popular one. This involves resisting the temptation to over-commercialize its most popular items and continuing to innovate with high-end, exclusive offerings. Finally, the brand must navigate a complex and rapidly changing global market. Economic uncertainty, geopolitical instability, and shifting consumer behavior in key regions like China present ongoing risks. The post-pandemic luxury consumer is also evolving, with increasing demands for sustainability, transparency, and genuine brand values. Gucci must continue to invest in and communicate its sustainability efforts through platforms like Gucci Equilibrium and adapt its strategies to meet the expectations of an increasingly conscious and discerning global audience. Successfully navigating these external pressures while managing an internal creative transition will be critical for Gucci's continued success in the years to come. The Gucci saga offers several powerful lessons for MBA students and business leaders. Foremost among them, the critical importance of bold brand reinvention. The case demonstrates that even a century-old heritage brand can, and sometimes must, undergo a radical transformation to stay relevant. The key was not to discard the brand's history, but to reinterpret it for a new generation. Leaders should learn that brand equity is not static. It must be actively managed and periodically revitalized. This requires courage, a clear vision, and a willingness to take calculated risks, moving beyond incremental changes to embrace a fundamental shift when the market demands it. Gucci proved that a well-executed reinvention can unlock unprecedented growth. Another crucial takeaway is the power of emotional branding in a crowded marketplace. Gucci's success was not just about selling beautiful products, it was about selling a feeling, an identity, and a sense of belonging to a creative tribe. By building a rich, narrative-driven universe around its products, the brand forged a deep emotional connection with its consumers. MBA students should understand that in the modern economy, particularly in luxury and lifestyle sectors, the story behind the brand is often as valuable as the product itself. Creating a brand that stands for something, be it self-expression, inclusivity, or intellectual curiosity, builds a much stronger and more resilient customer relationship than one based on features and benefits alone. The necessity of a holistic digital transformation is a third undeniable lesson. Gucci's success was underpinned by its seamless integration of a new creative vision with a digital-first business strategy. The brand didn't just add an e-commerce channel, it rewired its entire organization to think and act digitally. This meant using social media for community building, leveraging data to understand consumer behavior, and creating immersive online experiences that complemented the physical retail environment. For today's leaders, this serves as a powerful reminder that digital is not a department. It is a fundamental aspect of modern business strategy that must be woven into every part of the value chain, from marketing to customer service. Finally, the Gucci case highlights the importance of the symbiotic relationship between creative vision and strategic leadership. The partnership between Alessandro Michele and Marco Bizzarri was the magic formula. Michele provided the groundbreaking creative ideas, while Bizzarri created the corporate culture and operational structure that allowed those ideas to flourish and become commercially successful. This underscores that innovation requires both right-brain creativity and left-brain business acumen. For any organization seeking transformation, fostering a culture where creative talent is empowered and supported by sharp strategic leadership is the ultimate key to unlocking its full potential and achieving sustainable success. A deeper strategic insight from Gucci's success is its masterful execution of experiential branding. The brand understood that modern luxury is less about passive ownership and more about active participation. It moved beyond the traditional retail model to create a series of immersive experiences that brought the Gucci universe to life. The Gucci Garden in Florence is a prime example, not just a store or a museum, but a multi-sensory destination with a gallery, a boutique selling exclusive items, and a Michelin-starred restaurant. This transforms shopping into a cultural event, creating powerful memories and deeper brand loyalty. This focus on experience is what separates the brand from competitors, who may still be focused primarily on the product. This experiential approach extends seamlessly into the digital realm. Gucci's ventures into the metaverse, such as the Gucci Garden experience on Roblox, were pioneering for a luxury brand. These virtual worlds allowed millions of users to interact with the brand, try on virtual items, and participate in a shared community experience, regardless of their geographic location or ability to purchase a physical product. This strategy brilliantly expands brand reach and builds affinity with the next generation of consumers. It demonstrates a profound understanding that in the digital age, a brand's presence and influence are as important as its physical sales, creating a powerful marketing funnel for future customers. Furthermore, Gucci's redefinition of inclusivity has been a key driver of its connection with younger consumers. Under Michele, the brand championed a more fluid and expansive vision of beauty and identity. The use of gender-fluid silhouettes on the runway, diverse casting in campaigns, and a general celebration of eccentricity and individuality sent a powerful message. It positioned Gucci not as an exclusive club with rigid rules, but as an open platform for self-expression. This resonated deeply with Gen Z and millennials, who value brands that reflect their own diverse worldviews. This inclusive ethos felt authentic, not like a marketing ploy, and became a core part of the brand's appeal. Ultimately, Gucci's strategic genius was in recognizing that the definition of luxury itself had changed. It was no longer solely defined by price, craftsmanship, and heritage. The new luxury is also defined by cultural relevance, emotional resonance, and a sense of community. By weaving together experiential branding, digital innovation, and a genuine commitment to inclusivity, Gucci created a multi-layered brand that offers value far beyond the tangible product. It offered consumers a story to be a part of, a world to explore, and an identity to embrace. This holistic and forward-thinking approach is what truly set Gucci apart and provided a new blueprint for what a modern luxury brand can be.